Good evening. First off, I want to apologize for my appearance. I'm just lazing around today, and I was going through YouTube and checking some of these anti-Catholic videos. Most were humorous, some comical musings by clearly unstable people, but this was genuinely sad. Um, there isn't an individual I saw there who probably hasn't returned to the church already, because the video was a little older. It was clear to see that it was sort of an 80s style um, presentation. And I just, there was a heaping sense of sadness that came over me because there wasn't a genuine conviction against the Catholic Church in the entire video. It was odd. It was peculiar that such a video. But maybe that's endemic of the age, the 80s, where people were still making claims against the Church that they didn't feel they had to validate. We're now, approaching 2010, and most Protestants have discovered that if they make videos like these, they better back up their challenges. The statements regarding idol worship were not supported. The statements regarding the sufficiency of Christ and the Catholic Church teaching the earning of grace or the meriting of grace without an understanding of actual grace were truly sad. I mean, there wasn't a genuine, non-polemical argument made against the Church in the entire video. It was all the surface 3-minute egg theology that one expects from fundamentalism, fundamentalist evangelicalism anyway. I don't like to hold all Protestants out there to dry. It's not fair because many are good, fair-minded people, but the six-toed hillbilly fundamentalist movement is just such a devastating impression on the Christian faith, because you read some of the comments that you see underneath. I hate this and it makes me sick that. And none of them. There wasn't a single objection raised in there, and they weren't legitimate objections anyway. James 2:24. Do you not see, my brother, we are not justified by faith alone, but also by our works. This is where sanctifying grace, actual grace, the understanding of that comes from. If I propose that argument to any evangelical Christian, you wouldn't believe the hours that they need to try and work that one away, when in reality all it means is exactly what it says. We're not justified by faith alone, we're justified also by our works, because that's what the Scriptures teach. Sadly, though, that doesn't fit with the Calvinist fundamentalist stream of thought that is now dominating Southern and Northern Baptist conventions. It's frightening. Again, as I said, I could debate any of these issues with anybody, and I'm not even a theologian, and come out on top with very minimal effort. So for any Catholic watching this, please understand it's all polemical. There's no truth to it. It's just some weak-minded people who've never bothered to really understand what it is they believe. They're priests and they're nuns. That doesn't make any difference at all. If you really don't have any conviction and love for Christ, you can easily be drawn away by those who'll tell you that one thing is false, but their belief is true. Come to a biblically sound church. Of course, none of them know what that means, since there are so many of them that argue amongst one another about what truth is. So just stick with the Catholic Church. You'll do fine. And, feel sad about these videos indeed, but understand that most have probably returned to the faith by now. All right. Thank you.